The evil empire has won. The Boston Celtics won. I think deep down everyone knew they were gonna win. It's just nobody really wanted them to. We'll recap this and the whole series. The series could just be recapped as the Celtics as a team were better than the Mavericks as a team. The best player this series was Luka. He played probably one of the worst games I've ever seen from him today. He ended with 28 points. He had, what was it, 12 rebounds. His sidekick was nowhere to be found. Kyrie has to go to therapy or something because every time he shows up in Boston, it just seems he loses all his powers like the Monstars. This game was lost in the first quarter when it was like a 2-point game, and Jason Kidd thought it'd be a good idea to throw Maxi Kleber, Dante Exum, and I believe Josh Green all in at the same time. That was a terrible idea. Maxi Kleber, I feel like he used up every single 3-point shooting ability in him for that Clippers series, and then it went away when he got injured. Because that guy sucked. He had 2 wide open threes. This whole series he sucked too. But I'm seeing people say this worst finals ever, and yeah, this are last year's. Neither were really that good. Mavericks fans should not feel too bad the way the Celtics were playing. They would have beat anyone. It was a bad matchup, and it didn't help that Kyrie only showed up for like 2 games. So let's see. Derek Jones Jr. actually played good this series. You needed PJ Washington to be better, and you needed just more out of random role players if you were gonna have a chance in this series. And the Celtics, congratulations, especially to Jaylen Brown. I believe, I don't know if I documented it like in a video, but I said he was very overpaid and not worth the money. He proved me wrong. My views on him have skyrocketed, and he was hooping this whole series. Didn't have it going today offensively, but he was doing a great job guarding Luka. Tatum, it says 31 points, but he stat padded the hell out of the ball. Yeah, so whatever. Oh yeah, he didn't win Finals MVP. Big shocker. It turns out you have to play more than one good game to have a Finals MVP. He ain't even really played that great this game. Yeah. Also, I don't know why people were acting like, oh, he's being unselfish and taking a seat back. He shot like 40% this whole series. I don't know what it is, but let's see. Someone do the math here. Yeah, that's about 40% probably. But yeah. Tatum could get his own video later. Al Horford, he's very annoying, but shout out to him. He now is no longer on the list with John Stockton and Karl Malone for most games played without a championship in the playoffs. Derek White, shout out him. My views on him have shifted. He is, in fact, like that. He's a hooper. And Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday was probably their best player for the time when this game was competitive. Drew Holiday was their best player. Tingus Pingus, I don't really got anything to say about you. You ducked out on the Mavericks in 2021, so, and now you're out here dieharding. So yeah, I don't really care about you. Sam Hauser, I think he was lying in that interview when he was talking about, oh, it's not the end of the world if we don't win today, because that boy hooped today. Peyton Pritchard, the first ever special teams player, you just put him in when you need like a half court heave. So I'm pretty sure he only had like 3 points this whole series. Let's look. Oh well, if you take out game 4, which was a blowout, so that's why he got minutes. He only had 6 points, and it was 2 half court shots in meaningful games. Shout out to the two Celtic fans I like. They're both YouTubers I watch, so shout out to them. They're actually nice people. To the rest of you guys, no, shut up. Let's see. So where do the Mavericks go from here? Just improving around Kyrie and Luka. You need a third creator. Not even like a huge creator, like a fancy type of move, like a Paul George or anything. You just need someone that could be a six man, like even like Norman Powell or something, someone like that. That's what they need. Um, they had a really good playoff run though. Give them that. Um, Luka is still in best in the world conversations in my opinion. Still undoubtedly top three. I don't see any way you could force him out of there. Now, he doesn't have an argument for number one right now, but he played good. He was injured the whole playoffs, so it was good for him. Kyrie talks have been really funny because when he does good, suddenly one of the greatest point guards ever. But he was not doing good pretty much this whole series. Very iffy throughout the playoffs. If he even played average in games 1 and 2, this could have been a different series. Um, Celtics probably could have been up 3-2 instead of this just being over. Luka got a lot of crap for his defense after game 3, which then people started bringing up low buy percentages or whatever. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen. Luka's not that bad of a defender, you guys. I promise you. When I was watching, he was guarding Tatum a lot better than Tatum was guarding Luka. So I was watching Tatum get cooked on defense for a majority of the time. So I don't know why nobody was talking about that. Luka does have to mature as a player. He was complaining a lot throughout the series. So yeah, it's just growing pains. This is like Luka's not 2011 because he didn't play as bad as LeBron did in 2011, but maybe 2007. Mavericks will be back. They do have a clock to start working with because Wembanyama's coming. But Derek Lively, year 2 jump or year 3 jump, and just bring back Derek Jones Jr., PJ Washington. You have all these guys under contract except for Derek Jones Jr., I believe. So that's a good sign for the Mavericks. But I'm just really impressed with Jaylen Brown and Derek White, mostly. Also, shout out Joe Mazzulla. I was iffy on him as a coach last year, but he seems like he's the guy. He is the guy. So they don't look too stupid for letting go of Ime Udoka or whatever. But yeah. Overall, not a great playoffs, if we're being honest. It's not even just because the Celtics won. It's just how the series has ended up going. But maybe most of that is the NBA's problem. I'll get into that in a different video. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time for some off-season content.